Thanks for dropping in tonight. Check out the stream. Tonight I am joined by the one, the only, the man himself, Mr. Diem, who is going to help me learn how to play Hearthstone properly. I played it casually, but I'm not very good. It's definitely not my forte, and he is a lot better than I am. Say hi to the people, Diem.
Hello, everyone.
Apparently that happened. So we're gonna start. What the crap? All right, technical difficulties. Bear with me. The game just closed itself. Let's fire that back up. We're going to start by opening some packs. I've just picked up a handful of packs because I literally have some cards from playing random quests, but nothing worth actually making a deck for. Um, yeah, let's jump in. We'll start with that. Then we'll play some game. Maybe build some decks and play some games. See what happens.
I guess what we're trying to do here is take you from almost the starting point of doing the tutorial up to a level of actual competing and that kind of stuff. So at the moment, all the cards are going to be pretty terrible. Few like good cards in there just from the quests, but that's pretty much it. And as we go along, if you follow the stream every week in that, then we should be able to get up to some decent decks.
That's pretty much it. All right, let's jump in. Which packs are we going to open first? The classic packs or the whatever the hell these packs are?
Let's go to the classics.
All right, cool. Is there a trick? Do I rub it around? Do I give a little love tap before I open it, or just chuck it in?
I hear if you do a handstand, you actually get a better chance of good cards. So
Okay, well I'll let you do that for me. I'll wait here because I've got to hold the mouse, otherwise it just won't work. Cool.
all right.
All
I've
right.
actually done three already in preparation, so let's go for it.
All right. Let's fire in.
Now, obviously, you're aware the color that comes out of them.
Yes.
The different colors will show a different quality. So every pack should have a decent card, but you always have the chance of having multiple decent ones.
Okay. So blue.
These are all the standard ones.
Cool. Blue's good, right? Blue's rare.
Yep, blue's the good card in this one.
Cool. Tass in chat's telling us we need to give it a love tap before we open the packs, otherwise it just won't work.
The other thing to mention is the gold versions of the cards are just a rarer version of the same card. No
Okay.
difference, just they look
So
prettier.
it's just a um,
Yeah,
cosmetic.
it's a way of looking cooler.
Cool. All right. Love tap. So we've got one rare, which I'm assuming is what? So is it guaranteed? Ooh, purple.
See,
Purple
there's
good.
two. Yep, purple's even better.
Sweet. So you guarantee at least one rare in each pack? Is that how it works?
Yep. So it goes blue, purple, then yellow, orange. I'm colorblind, so sorry for everyone if I get colors wrong.
Just put a little bit of sound on because I believe there are sounds when you open these packs, isn't there?
I actually play without sound. I normally do two things at once, so don't
Stuff like
quit.
don't quit. Okay. So we got which one's the rare? This one's the rare.
Yep.
Blade Master. Any good?
He's better for something like a priest or that can actually heal it.
Okay.
So his stats are really good, but he'll do 4 damage on the spot, so he'll only be 3 health for most people.
Okay. All right. Boom. Epic. Earth Elemental. He has overload and stuff.
Yeah, so the overload's the one that locks your crystals out. So playing a shaman, that's a unique element to them. Pretty much, if you play it the next turn, you can't use those crystals.
Yep.
The reason he's got the overload on him is because his stats are really high. Plus, he's got the taunt ability.
So basically, you're paying less this turn, but you're unlikely to be able to do something just as good next turn.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. And you mentioned Shaman's the best at the moment. Is that? Is this
Yeah,
something that makes
shaman's
it
at the
good?
top of them. There's 2 different decks at the moment for shamans that are rolling at the top tier.
Make it a little bit less. Cool. So we're getting some good cards for a good deck. I like that. All right. Oh, blue and oh, 2 blues.
Good lose, good roll.
Got some nothings. Show me for sure. Tass agrees. Shaman is the way to go. Warlock rare. Destroy one of your mana crystals. Okay, so just cut your mana back. And Armor Smith. I was playing with that one last night, wasn't I?
Yeah, so the Warlock one, that's going to hurt you a little bit. If you're already up to 10 crystals, then it's not going to matter because you're going to get it straight back. But earlier in the game, losing a crystal can really hurt you and set you back. The Armor Smith, he's good as a support card. He's not really going to do the damage or that, but getting the extra armor every time someone else gets hurt, that's the ability that you want.
Cool. Just one in this
So
one.
just, yeah.
Oh well. Whenever a minion
Yep,
takes damage.
one.
That seems
So you
pretty good.
actually get a few warrior cards that are actually going to be decent. He's just really good. Once again, plays as a support. Warriors has a lot of cards like that where you can, put a card beside another one, and whatever happens to it will give you a bonus.
That's cool. I remember Warrior when I was playing in the beta. Warrior was all about weapons. Is that still on the
Yeah,
all
there's still that.
yellow?
Yep, so that's a legendary, so that's going to be a really good one. Plus, you got the common in there as well, so that's good. So let's have a look at the common.
It's a rare. Thank you. Can't you hear the noise?
Sorry.
Lightning Storm. 2/3 damage to
Okay.
enemy minions. Nice removal, right?
Yeah, so once again, you're going to suffer the penalty of next turn. You're not going to be able to do so much, but 2 to 3 to all minions for any low decks or that kind of stuff should clear most of the board.
Cool. So with the legendary, what's the best legendary I can get? What are we hoping for?
Depends on the deck,
Okay. Leroy Jenkins.
which is the WoW reference for those who used to play WoW.
I get that one.
Famous YouTube video clip. Leroy charges in. This card does exactly the same. It does summon the whelps for the opponent, just like the video did, which means you're going to use this one as kind of like a finishing move.
Yeah, so my opponent's on 6, you slam it and smash their face, basically,
Yep.
right?
Yep,
Alrighty.
because I'm going to kill it next turn.
Okay, we're past the halfway mark for the classic packs. Just another single rare. I like traps. Traps are cool, right?
Yeah, traps are really good.
Another shaman rare. So I'm getting shaman
Yep.
cards. Am I going to build a good shaman deck now? Is that what's going to happen?
Probably out of the new cards is for the Shaman
Okay.
deck. It's all about the new Jade features, which is every time you summon one, the next one gets stronger and so forth.
Okay. Boring. Is that? No, it's just one card. Don't I? Is that a rare? I've got like a bunch of those already.
It's good though when you're coming up against the low cost decks, the zoo decks, and that kind of stuff. It's going to take out something for you that could be in the way. So
Just trying different techniques to see which one gives me the best results.
the Direwolf Alpha is actually a pretty decent card, especially for hunters.
You know, just making your creatures stronger and stuff.
Yeah,
Combo's the rogue ability, obviously.
yeah. So combo is when you played one card. When you play something which has combo, then it'll do the combo. If it's the first card you play, it won't do it.
Okay, so you want to have with the cheap spells, basically.
Starting to run out of the good cards.
Yeah, you must have used up all our luck already. Mage card, Troll Secret, end of your turn, get +2/+2. That's cool.
Yeah, it's okay. Mages have a lot of secrets, so which you've got one in that pack as well. So
Yeah. Combo. Alright, last classic pack. Come on, something good.
not too much luck.
Nothing exciting.
The Mana Worm's actually really good. So is the Freezing Trap, to be honest.
Sweet. Now you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to all minions, obviously including
Yeah,
yourself.
he's a bit of a weird card. So you'll use it with something like a mage or that. Play him and then play a spell. And then does a 1 damage to everything, including himself. So if you played 2 spells, he would actually die.
Ah, okay. So I suppose it's still...
It's board clearing ability, so it's quite good. We should probably also explain, as Hearthstone's gone along, they've had different seasons. So the classics are all the beginning ones and all that kind of stuff. And then you've had the multiple different card packs that have come out. They're in the wild format. In the standard, you've got the new ones and that. It's normally the last year off the top of my head for it, and the original classic ones. All the ones in the middle, they're not part of the standard one, which is the more common format.
So is it just this set that I bought for them? It's not logged into another... Oh, I turned my phone on. Huh. Bear with me.
Once again, rookie mistake.
Yeah,
But
let me just actually...
you are new, so
It's cool, it's cool. It's a new game. It's stuff. Let's just jump in. Tass says he is also partial to mages, as you know.
Where have your journeys
I like Mage.
taken?
Mage was the first, like when you asked me to play it, like back when I was back at home. Yeah, Mage is the only class I actually played, and it was I just took that starter deck and got to like rank 18 or something and had fun with it.
Yeah. The mage deck is normally what people go to because it's pretty easy to play for everyone. It's got a lot of spells, got a lot of flexibility. Plus, in the tutorial, you're actually playing that, so it means that most people actually played the most amount of games with it already. So it's easier to stick with that than move on to something new.
First new pack. So what's this called? The Mean Streets of Gadget Zan, Gadget Zan.
Which is all the street gangs fighting each other.
Ah, cool. That's right. So is Grimstyle one of the gangs?
Uh,
Maybe.
yeah, I haven't followed too much on the actual lore behind the new packs and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Just play the game
It
and don't
makes
worry about the story.
the new mechanic for the Jade stuff, the Jade golems.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that one. I've seen that one where each golem is stronger than the last one.
Yeah, that's the important thing. That card, there's a couple of them out now, and pretty much what you're holding in your hand starts getting buffed up. So cards that weren't so good suddenly become good over time if you play a couple of those cards. The important thing is if your hand's empty, does
It's
nothing.
useless, yeah. And obviously it's not worth playing bad cards just to make... Like, you may as well just play the better cards, right?
Yep.
This is disappointing.
Hopefully we should get at least one more legendary.
Hopefully. But is there a average rate? Like, is it one every 10 packs or something? Is that normal, or...?
I'd have to double check it. Normally you'd find around that kind of mark that you would, but I've easily opened 25 packs before and got nothing.
Well. Hunter
It's
Rare.
all
Deal damage equal to this minion, so basically deal 2 damage, or it could be more if you buffed it up in your hand, obviously.
Yep.
Cool. Let's do this straight in. Maybe straight in works better.
no.
Rare.
Taunt. Costs 2 less if your opponent has at least 3 minions.
Did actually see this in some of the top decks and that, so
Cool.
it's actually a card I don't have myself, so
So what you're saying is that I now have better collection than you?
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay. There's no trading in this, is there?
No. You can disassemble cards that you aren't using in order to make bigger cards. The legendaries cost something like 1600 dust to make one, and you can be getting as little as 10 dust for breaking a card, so it does take a while.
Can take a while. This seems good.
Yep, that one is good because it's at the end of your turn, so if you could keep it alive, then it can have, multiple effects on cards rather than just a once-off like a battle cry.
Okay, cool. Alright. Ooh, purple? No, yellow is what the one, isn't it?
Yep. It's better.
So blue, purple, yellow, is that how it goes?
Yep.
Rare.
Give a stealth minion +2. That seems weird.
It's a rogue card, and rogues will deal a lot more with the stealth than that.
If your opponent has 6 or more cards in hand, it gains charge. Doesn't seem
Probably
very...
one that you're not going to use too often, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Unless you're running a slower deck where you're expecting them to build up against you.
Yeah. Oh. I do like the animations, like...
They've done really well on the artwork, and it's good that it works both on PC, phones, tablets, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Counter. I got one of these before in the pack they gave me for free. Is that good?
Yeah,
Is
so
it-
once again, it works with the rogues for the
combo.
combos, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same as if you go second, you'll get the coin.
Coin.
It's a fake version of that for the rogues. Does exactly the same, it's just obviously you have to put it in your deck.
In your deck, yeah. Cool. Purple. Is it possible to get a purple and a yellow in the same pack?
Yep.
Is it possible to get an all rare plus pack? Has that ever happened?
The most I've ever had is 3.
Mm.
in one. So 3 out of 5, which is a pretty good rate.
Yeah. Well, second increases deal 3 damage to all damaged minions.
I
Seems
think the
fine.
key word for that card is all damage minions, which means
Could
it's
be
going to
yours
hurt
as
your
well.
cards.
Yeah.
And warriors often deal with damaging their own. So, yeah, a bit of an interesting card on that one. Careful with your deck.
Okay. Basically build around it. Rare but possible, so apparently you can get those all rare packs.
Hmm.
It'd be interesting, it'd be nice. Ally Armor Smith. Whenever a minion deals damage, gain that much armor. Whenever this minion deals damage, gain that much armor. It's
That's
5 for
pretty good.
2. It's not terrible, right?
It's also got Taunt, so key thing with Taunt is stopping damage to your other minions and your heroes. So
Yeah, and I mean having 7 tough means that it's going to take at least 2 or 3 hits, so you're going to be getting at least 4 or 6 armor
yep.
out of it, which is it's fine, right?
And once again, you can combo it with those other cards like the Armor Smith and that get exponential amounts of armor.
I guess like is armor a solid like a important part of the warrior deck? Is that still like do you have to get your armor up to make it work or?
You don't have to, but the thing about armor is you've got a cap of 30 health. So priests can heal up to the maximum 30. Warriors are unique in the fact that they can go above 30 health. They can have 40, 50. You know, depending on the deck that you're running, you can get extra health as a result of playing that class.
It's basically like free life. But druids can get armor, can't they, through their ability?
Yeah, so
Not as much,
druids
obviously.
get 1, but they also get 1
By attack.
damage to everyone. Mages have things like secrets and that to give them armor temporarily, but not so much. There you go. I know a guy. That's a decent card. Plus, it's a gold version of it. They're always prettier because they do the animation on it, as you can see.
Oh yeah, so that happens in game as well, does it?
Yeah. So, and that's with anything gold. And the other thing is with your hero, when you get to 500 ranked wins with a specific hero, you also get the little gold version of the hero ability, and that's also animated as well. So
Yeah, that's probably never going to happen though.
if you had an all gold kind of deck, then it would be, quite pretty to look at. The other thing is these cards here that you've got, they work for 3 different classes, and that's going back to the different games associated to the different classes.
Okay. Makes sense.
And that's one of the new mechanics for the new set of cards.
And with discovering, that's a new thing, isn't it?
Discovering's been around for a little bit. Pretty much when it says discover, it'll give you the option of 3 cards, and you pick one out of those 3. Those 3 cards are always completely random based on whatever the requirement is. So
this one gives me a random hunter, paladin, or warrior. I don't have to like if I'm paladin, it's not guaranteed to give me a paladin card. Is that how it works?
might want to triple check that. I believe Cav was in the chat to confirm. I would have thought it was your specific class, but I'm sure he can clarify.
Maybe. He mentioned that he has a gold mage and he's working on his shaman and warrior to get to full gold.
Ah, well done. Maybe he should be on here teaching you.
Maybe. You choose. So it could be out of any, by the looks of it.
So it's out of all 3 classes, not just your specific version.
So in theory, I could be. It will offer all 3 choices. So in theory, I'll be a paladin playing a warrior card or whatever, or hunter card or whatever.
Got a lot of the Grimscale buddy there.
Yeah, I'm getting because you only have 2 of each, then you basically just have to shard the rest. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it comes back to disenchanting them, getting the dust, and then building better cards as a result.
Yeah. So it's not a bad thing to open multiples. Alright, we've got 4 left. Need to get a legendary. Let's do this. I need you to believe, Dan. I need you to cross everything and pray for me, okay? Gadgets and Ferryman. Return a friendly minion to your hand. So that's obviously combo related as well, yeah?
Yeah, so the thing is with those kind of ones, you can use something with a battle cry or that. So every time you play that card, you get the battle cry abilities like the bottom right. So give your weapon +1 attack. So with the returning, you can play the battle cry, use it, the ferryman to put it back in your hand, then replay that card and get its battle cry once again.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Alright, 3 cards.
Come on.
You gotta create a bit of a sense of delay. You gotta build up to it. You know, you can't just jump
Oh
in.
no, I mean like, come on, good card.
Okay.
Let's
Fair,
get some
yes.
going.
Yep. So this, what does this symbol? This means it's got something to do with the discovery, does it, or is that because it's?
That's which one of the gangs it's part
okay.
of.
So Cabal's obviously another gang.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
Yeah, when this set of cards came out, there's actually a series of quests, and it put you in each one of the 3 gangs. So it would give you quests to do specific stuff around those classes. Then when you finished it, it would be like, oh, you know, do something ridiculous, and some of the other gangs would be like, oh, hey, come work for us.
Seen this?
Got 3 there.
Yeah.
2 blues and a purple.
Rare.
Maybe a bit of that good wishing, though. Come on.
Okay, you obviously had everything crossed. Another one of these. Another one of those.
Same.
It doesn't seem very good. I don't notice many stealth creatures. Draw 3 1-cost minions from your deck. So that's different to discovering because you have to have them in your deck, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Is that good?
Well, it depends on how you're playing the deck. Some decks it will work quite well, but for most, I don't think you'll find too much use for it.
Okay, because I remember like those crappy decks that we built the other day, they were mostly full of 1-drops, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it comes down to if you're running out of cards and what those cards are actually going to do for you.
Are you wishing? Are you wishing with everything that you've got, son?
Everything I've got, this is definitely a legendary.
If not, you owe me $20. Ooh. 2 rares is almost a legendary, right?
Rare.
Yeah, exactly. Combine them.
Draconid Operative. If you're holding a dragon, discover a card from your opponent's deck.
Rare.
Golden Rare. There we go. That's a card, right? Pretty.
Yeah, that's quite a nice one as well. The dragon card in the bottom left there, priests often roll dragon deck. They're quite strong for the priest class, so getting a lot of different dragon cards allow you to do a lot of combos together.
Cool.
For example, you get to discover a card in your opponent's deck, you know.
Could be good, or it could also be terrible, really, right?
Oh, it depends on how good your opponent is and how their deck compares to yours.
Alright, so open some packs. Now, should I go dust the ones? Is there an order, like dust all button or something?
Yeah, it should pop up there in the crafting section down there.
Disenchant extra cards?
Yep.
220 apparently.
And it can show you the breakdown and how much you're getting out of them and that. So that's a nice quick way of doing it. And if you go back to the other screen, so I just get out of this and hit crafting once more.
Sorry.
So hit crafting.
Priests.
And this is how you turn that dust into actual cards. So the ones that are blued out, I guess, they're the ones that you can craft based on how much dust you've actually got in your inventory already. So you've got 480 at the moment. It's going to cost you 100 if you wanted to make that card. Depending on the rarity, it's going to depend on exactly what kind of cards that you could make. So if you cycle through to the right a bit, you'll probably find a legendary or that. So there we go, there's a legendary. You'll notice it's completely grayed out. That's because it requires 1600 to build a legendary. Or if you want to build a gold version, it's 3200.
Jeez.
So it does take a while, but by playing the game, doing the quests every day, you're going to earn a pack or 2 every day or 2. Plus you've got the Tavern Brawl every weekend, which should be coming back in 24 hours or something.
It's like 5 hours, I checked before.
5 hours, there we go. But yeah, the combination of all of those and just playing regularly means that you'll unlock plenty of packs of cards eventually start getting doubles because you're going to have all the basic ones, and then you're going to be turning that quickly into dust. And it doesn't take too long to start getting a legendary or two that you're really wanting. But the key is aim for a specific deck or that. Normally, when you first start out, you want to pick one class. So Cav was saying he had the gold mage. So obviously he's focused on the mage class, built that up, spent all his dust on mage cards to get the best mage deck.
Yep.
Once he's done that, then he can start looking at the other ones, which I think he mentioned the shaman or something like that.
Yeah, shaman and warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get on a roll, it gets easier, I guess. Which makes sense. Once you learn how to win, it becomes easy to win, I guess.
Yeah. So at the moment, I believe your decks are actually pretty crappy, but you were still getting a couple of wins with them. Do you want to jump in?
Yeah, which quest do you want to do? Do you want to do the warrior quest?
Yeah, it's easy because you just have to play the cards, so win or lose, doesn't matter.
Play as many of them as you can. Cool, let's do it.
Now, the ranked option's normally better because at the low levels, it's going to be matching you with the lower people, whereas with the casual option, you're just randomly going to find someone of that. So up to rank 20, you should be amongst the lower amount of players. You will still find the odd good person or that with it. But yeah, after 20, you can start losing stars, whereas 20 to 25, you always keep your stars. So that means that if you win, there's no way of getting back down to the bottom.
Yeah. Last season I was jumping just up and down in 19 and 20, just as it gave me like a win, get a casual win, and get up to 19, and then I just lose 4 in a row and go back down to 20.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna find is quite common as you start out. Getting to 20 is not so hard. It just takes a bit of time when you're new to the game. But once you start hitting 20, you're actually going to find people with some kind of decent deck. And until you start unlocking a few more things, you are going to hover around that kind of level.
Yeah, which seems fair enough, I guess. It makes sense. Let's have a look at our hand. We've got a 4/3 charge guy, a axe, and a cleric that gives the minion +1/+1.
The important thing here is that unless you draw another card, say second turn you play the 2-cost card, the 3-cost card has an ability to give a friendly +1/+1, but you're not going to have anything in. So you need to get rid of either one of those two to start this off.
Okay, I think in the interest of playing, I'm assuming this is a warrior card, right?
Yep.
Ooh, what does that do? Oh, time. So I want to keep, in the interest of playing warrior cards, I'll keep the warrior card.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. There is timers in proper play. If you play against the AI, you can take as long as you want, and that's a great way to learn the game. But once you start playing people, there's timers because some people will just sit there doing nothing.
Cool.
Now, with weapons, that's your hero that's specifically going to be attacking, which means if it hits a minion, that minion is going to damage your hero in the process.
Okay. But the armor, like, the shield here doesn't actually give me any armor, does it? That's just how many times I can attack, is that right?
Yeah, so the one on the bottom left is your actual damage value, and the one in the bottom right is how many times you can do that.
Okay, yeah, because in Eternal you actually get armor, that's where it's a bit different, I guess. So I'm guessing I'm just playing this and smacking him for 3?
Yep.
Cool.
Jump in and see what happens. He's already played a card that's making him a lot stronger, which means you're already at a disadvantage.
So does that show me that it was 4 cards that got the benefit there? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not really good.
His entire hand.
Except for one, because he's had 5 cards. Oh, and they've got a little thing. Oh, goody, so he's getting bigger and bigger.
Yep. So already you can see that you're in a lot of trouble. Unless you kill him off quickly, you're going to find you have a fair bit of problems with this. The Tauren Warrior is probably not the worst thing to play here. He's not the warrior card, but the other guy's only doing 2/2. You've got 3 health, which means he should survive unless there's another card put into play. Or you could kill him, but you're going to take the damage. Personally, I'd punch him in the face because he's buffing up. You're going to find that very quickly he outnumbers you.
Cool. Go the pro. Well, we know he's got at least 4 creatures in his hand, so yeah. I guess taunting is going to be my best, because obviously that protects me.
Yeah, it's going to keep you alive, but he's going to be able to control the board very quickly based on the fact that all his cards are getting stronger.
Yeah.
So hopefully what we want him to do is to use his minion against yours so you get the extra damage and not kill it. The Enrage +3 attack means you'll go up to 5 damage from the 2.
Hey, I just got a retweet from Blizzard. That's pretty cool.
Accidents, they happen, you know.
Getting famous already.
Yeah, I just did a quick tweet before we started this recording today and tagged them in it because, you know, whatever, it's selling their product. And they, yeah, retweeted me, so hey, that's what happens.
Alright, so the next turn he's going to be able to use that 3-3 against your 2-3, which is pretty much going to kill it.
So sure.
Then he's going to be able to do 2 damage straight to your face. Probably best option is we're racing him at the moment for damage. Use the charge minion to be able to, just go straight for his face with everything.
So just hit him for 6. Make him have to do some damage. Because I suppose if I had attack, oh no, yeah. So he's gonna have to use his best creature. Oh sugar, his best creature to kill that, and I might be able to do some small damage. Use the charge, yeah.
So we've still got 1 taunt in there.
This guy.
The execute card is quite important here because it means you can kill that 7/7 straight on the bat.
Yeah, so
it's a question whether you want to use your minion against his and then instantly kill it with the execute, or if you want to go straight for his face with everything still.
I mean, he's at 18. If I hit him with this, I'm losing that race significantly.
Yep.
So I guess I kill the best creature that he's got, because that gets better every turn, doesn't it? Yeah. So I lose... Yeah, so I hit him with that, kill it with this, and then use my taunt guy to save some life.
Yep.
Cool. And then next time I can do whatever I want, because I've got 6 mana.
Yeah, the problem is here you're starting to run out of cards, so very soon you're not going to be able to play much. You haven't got him low enough that you're close to killing him,
No.
and all his cards he's playing are already stronger.
Hi, Blizzard, how's it going? We've got Blizzard ANZ in the chat. Thanks for dropping in.
It's good to see them supporting everything.
It's awesome. Hey, Wizards never do that.
See, so that card would have actually been better in the previous scenario, because you could have done 1 damage to him and then instantly killed him.
Still had it.
You can still use that card with the charging guy to go straight for his face.
I have to hit him for 6.
What now?
Yeah. Which is probably your best combination at the moment,
No,
but...
I can armor up to save me a little bit of...
Yeah, at the moment you're just trying to survive and do damage,
Okay, so
but at this rate you're going to run out of cards very quickly, and he's not.
Alright, so his face, we get some armor. I'm at an effective 28. I mean, he has to kill this, which I suppose he can.
Which you can do with this 2/2.
Yeah, so that's a trade. I'm fine with a trade.
He definitely wins the trade in that scenario.
Well, yeah, but
Now you've got the taunt, which is going to stop anything to his face. At this point, you're probably not going to kill that taunt anytime soon. Meanwhile, the other guy's going to be... Yeah. So you want to use the armor, just to so you've got cards still in your hand. That's going to leave you with 5. Which pretty much means you're going to want to probably play the Leponome and the Cleric. Just hoping to do as much damage as we can. No, the Demolisher is going to die instantly. He's not going to get anything out there.
okay.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I'd give him a well played.
Greetings.
Okay, let's try that one.
Well,
Can't spam it though. Maybe that's something you might want to explain to the audience, the interactivity of the map or the board.
I have no idea. I'm just clicking on stuff.
It's half the fun.
I think it's awesome. I keep losing track of the game and I click on stuff. That's not
You
fair.
can see he's going straight for your face. So
Oh yeah, he knows he's winning.
he's gone from surviving, just trying to control the board, to the point where now he's just like, I've got this, everything's in.
Yeah. I gotta just play both my cards and wait for the inevitable.
Because we're getting the warrior quest still
That's
done.
it,
So
yeah. Goal right now is to quest out. Should I attack his creature for the funsies?
yeah, there's no point not.
Tass has not played this map before, so let's investigate. Let's show him what happens. Alright, this one, what do we got? Alright, we got a crane. Crane goes into the water. Oh shit, my turn.
Can I pull it out of the water? Or...
And it gives me a
there you go.
tire. That's cool, that's fine.
I'm going to assume it's a random thing every time, so can you drop it over to the left now, or right to your face?
No.
It's not going to let
Oh, I don't. Maybe next time, if we get it again.
still. We made a bit of progress, got a couple of cards out and that kind of stuff. For a while there, we were doing quite well.
There we go. Is that good?
Yeah, as you can see, the level 8, quite low. That is a good card, mainly because you get to draw another card, which keeps the flow of it going. Like in this turn, like in this game, ran out of cards very quickly, and that was the moment you know not much else is going to happen.
Yeah, fair enough. Do we want to change the deck, or do we just want to play it again and keep running the quest back?
Up to you, either really works for it, so
Let's just run it
Take-
back.
yeah.
Because we got a couple of warrior cards in the packs as well, right?
Yeah, there was a couple of good warrior cards in there. Not enough to significantly change the way that you're playing.
It's always a worthy opponent. Wish it was something else for once.
I think everyone does hope for that.
It's just the dream where it's like a... Yeah.
Bring it on!
Alright, I'm guessing I'm going to get rid of the 5-drop, yeah?
Yeah, and you're going to want to get rid of the Taskmaster as well. Yep. The other two aren't so bad, so let's keep them, see what happens.
Okay. I get the coin this time, don't I?
Yep, and that's why there's 4 cards showing as opposed to 3.
Cool.
I feel icky.
Warlock. That's not a very good one. I mean, I could coin out a shield. That's probably not worth it, is it?
No.
No.
At best, you could coin out the Taskmaster to kill the Lepinome, but he's a 1/1, not really worth it.
Yeah, fair enough. Is it so with the coin? Is it generally best to do it early, or should you make a plan around it, or just kind of do it when you decide you need to? Like
I think
how do you
that
do
comes
it?
down to knowing your deck. Like,
Okay.
if you've got a specific card in your deck, Secret Paladins used to have 1 card at the 6 mana cost that you wanted to play as early as possible. So for them, when they would go second, they would be able to play at turn 5 for them, and that was important. No matter what they drew, that was always going to be the one that they wanted to. Other times, you're going to find that you just need that extra bit of damage or that just to stay in control of the board or that. And in those situations, then play it as early as you want.
Sure. So should I be playing my Taskmaster this turn to kill that? Or should I just shield up? Or
Uh,
play my ghoul with the coin?
I guess the thing is, we're not going to do... One point of damage isn't going to really hurt you. I'd shield up, take the damage, and next turn we can start looking at other things.
Because next time I can play like this, which is probably the best. But he can just kill it with his creatures, so...
Which isn't going to work at all for you. And that's going to be the trick
Okay,
is...
Crystal. That's cool.
It's 4 damage. At this point, it's starting to mount up. What you can do is the Taskmaster and the Execute on it. It depends on what kind of cards he's got. Like, if he's going to have a better one, you might lose out. But considering we're all low cost in that at the moment, best off doing that, keeping that out of the way,
Do that one.
and then executing.
Execute it. And then I could either coin out the ghoul. Oh, maybe I should have played the ghoul first, and then I could have had an extra attack. That'd have been better.
Don't have the mana for it.
I got a coin. Oh no, I don't. Okay, yeah, because I'm an idiot. Yep. Because execute costs. Because execute costs 2, doesn't it? But there's
Yes.
something similar that costs 0, isn't there? Destroy.
Depends. Each class has their own way of doing it. So
I thought the warrior had a. I don't know. Ooh, that could be good.
Could take out. You're going to take out a minimum one.
Well, I'll
Possibly.
play. So if I play the ghoul first, then I
Yep.
play this. I'm guaranteed to get at least one extra attack, and then go from there.
Yep.
Sweet.
Kill 2 up to 4/3. Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Next turn I'll have
We
up to
need to be
6.
careful is that you're down to 21 health already,
Ooh,
and you
yeah.
can see playing charges and that kind of stuff. Quickly mounts up.
Yeah.
So he's realizing he's down low on cards, needs to start playing stuff.
So I really want to get something with taunt, right?
Torn would be good at this point, but
So I've got up to 6 mana, 7 mana, so I can play this and this. Which means he'd have to trade off. Well, I have to do it anyway, I guess.
you'd
Okay.
get that anyway.
Play this and kill that, maybe?
We are starting to get to the point where you're taking a fair bit of damage,
Yeah.
but also not damaging him. Your two options are either to use that and take out his minion, or to use that and say the abusive sergeant to do 6 damage straight to his face. But then he's going to be hitting you still. I think at this point you're in a bit of trouble, so
What
probably better to kill the minion, get the armor, survive. If you can wait out his cards, then you can turn this
Yeah.
around.
So if we get to the point where I have 5 or 6 cards in hand and he has 2, I'm pretty ahead, yeah?
Depends
Or
on the
not?
card.
Yeah, depends obviously the card. Oh, that's a good one, right? It's like half my life. More than half my life.
We're really hoping for a taunt sometime soon, otherwise probably dead next turn. Ah, there we go. So
Asking.
use that.
I guess I'm just
Uh,
slamming this, right?
Yep.
And then armor up. Use
Use
the
the
coin armor.
coin. Yeah, because surviving at this point is what we need. So he's probably going to use his minion and then
Pop the
his
shield.
weapon to kill that. Depends on if he's got charges or not in his hand still.
Yeah. Can make them dance.
Oh,
Oh,
actually dead.
am I dead? Dead?
So he's silence, which removes any special effects from the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're pulling out some major taunts now.
There's a taunt.
Oh, a taunt. It's going to keep you alive. Yep, so play that. Then if we do some maths, you can play...
I can play this and this or this
I
and
think
armor.
armor's needed, so do the armor.
Maybe give my taunt guy an extra +1/+1,
Yeah,
and then kill one of his
You must
minions.
cleanse the
With...
sun.
yeah. I would... either's going to work, but we need to start controlling the board,
Yeah.
especially this low.
Well, he needs a good charge creature or weapon to be able to kill this next turn, and I can give it an extra +1/+1, which might help. There's a good weapon.
That's it dead, but he's not going to have enough to kill you, I don't think.
No, he'll get me to 3, and then next turn he'll kill me. Unless I gain life. Because he just kill with his weapon. Hey, there's a taunt. So I could taunt.
So you need to kill the minion.
Yeah, I need to kill the minion, which I'll kill with this.
Push forward.
This one, I guess.
Yeah, because no, with the
No, the-
3
Push
Trade.
forward.
to do more damage.
Yep, and his face. Play my taunt. Give him +1/+1 on the taunt. Well, trade doesn't matter, does it? Maybe give the 4/3 +1/+1.
If you're going to do that, you were probably better off doing it before. You want to play the
yeah.
4 card.
Ah, yep, true.
You want the armor, and then you're not going to have the points for doing anything. The abusive sergeant's only when you're attacking, because you're not attacking right now. That's
Yep.
not so useful.
Ooh, it's a 2/3. Yeah, so I should have played that first, yeah. Oh no, I'm dead.
Yep. Came close though.
Oh well, that's fun. Thanks. Oh no, I missed. Thanks. There we go.
my thanks.
Nice to be polite.
Alright, well, if you want to try editing your deck, seeing if some of the new cards work in there or not. I don't think you got too much that's going to change it, but
Okay, how do
Let's
I
see.
edit decks? Custom warrior.
Maybe some of the audience can recommend a few cards out of his hand.
Yeah. So new ones are obviously the ones I got today, yeah?
Yep.
Do I have... I don't know what's good. I got another one of those, should I put that in? Because that was really
No,
good, right? No?
I haven't pulled the raid leader out at all yet, which is interesting.
I've only got one. Let's check out the next page. That's new. That's no, I don't want that. Here's the new cards.
The Frothing Berserker, personally, I think is a really good card to have.
You know? Tess says definitely want the other Armor Smith.
Yep. What are we replacing?
Something bad. Is there any irrelevant to, like, it's
Probably the Footman and the Doctor.
a footman, but he's got taunt.
He doesn't survive long.
But he's got taunt. And the doctor.
I don't know that we need the Demolisher either.
Demolisher, what is that?
3.
That one? The one that
Yep.
says Demolisher?
Yep. So the Berserker, I definitely recommend.
It's over here, wasn't it? The Berserker. Only got one. That seems bad. Do I own shield blocks?
I would probably go for this Armor Smith guy. See how he goes. I haven't actually used him yet, so
Fiery weapon. Apparently, what's that?
Fiery War
Fiery
Axe.
War Axe. I only got one. I thought I had that.
On the deck.
I need to check something else out first, don't I? Yeah, I've got one, so I'll put the other one in. What am I taking out? Take this thing
Yeah,
out.
just-
Always
Take the Sergeant out, I guess.
just seems useless.
Alright, let's give it a go.
Right, like that. Nothing else you wanna... No, that's all the
No.
normal cards. Alright, small changes. Might make it a little bit nicer. Basically, we just want to... Like, the deck was built to kind of just go fast, wasn't it? We just want to play creatures, attack, before they get a chance to kind of stabilise the board.
Yeah, it's going to depend on what they do as well. Get rid of the 5 because he's going to be too expensive. Seems good to me.
Mages. What happens if you have a weapon and you equip another weapon? Does it replace it, or does it add to it?
Nah, it replaces.
Yeah. I know this one. Damn it, I missed.
That's too far to the left.
Damn it.
I think you want the satellite, don't you?
But if it's satellite.
In the blue spot.
It's time for a little blood.
Alright, so he's got an enrage card. We probably want to kill that on the spot, so we can use the weapon to do that.
Cool. Cool with killing stuff.
We take the damage, but we stop the enrage ability. Oh,
Yeah.
there goes the rocket.
Just come back.
Sadly, he doesn't come back. That's the end of him.
Now, this is the thing, you told me that this would light up, and I still think you're lying. So I sat here for like an hour clicking it, and nothing happened. An hour
Well, we'll get the
is-
Berserker out, and maybe the audience can tell you yes or no if it does actually work.
Hey, anyone, does this actually make that rocket, or is he lying to me? not, I'm going to make it playing this really annoying noise all over the stream. I'm not going to be able to talk. I'll turn it up if I have to.
Maybe you can make a remix of it.
That'd be interesting. The red circle means that he's looking at my card, isn't it? Is that?
Yeah, that's correct. Which normally means that he's not so familiar with all the different cards, considering some of these cards have been out for a fair while. He either hasn't played for a long time or is probably a newer player as well.
That's cool.
So don't have a weapon.
It will light up the fireworks and the bomb.
See, we did a confirmation, it does actually work. I think we really want to keep that
Like
guy alive, but
I can make it a 4/5 and kill this thing.
the problem with putting all your points in him is if the mage has polymorph, which is going to turn it into a 1/1 sheep, then you've wasted all of that.
All of that.
So I reckon you actually go with the weapon. We can kill off a bit of damage against you, and
Try this.
yeah, we can pretty much kill that guy on the left.
That thing.
Nice try.
Yeah,
With there.
yeah. Running out of time, taking too long with your fireworks.
Well, I mean, it's interesting. If they didn't want me to get distracted, they shouldn't have put all these things in the game.
Maybe you can make it happen this time.
But it's really loud, and I don't want to do that to the people in the chat. Because I don't know what my sound balance is like, and that's... Yeah, it'll probably
Give
get
them
out
the
of it.
vote. What do they say?
Do we want to see me try and get the fireworks off, or do we not?
Alright, so this is where it works well in your favour, because it's every time that the guy gets hit. The missiles... it was almost there. Made me eat my words. Alright, so... Probably best off doing the raid leader and armoring up. And yeah, obviously attacking him.
Cool. Nice simple turn.
Doesn't do much for us right now, but he's got nothing on the board to really counter anything.
Yeah, I guess we're just trying to do some damage and see what happens. Because if he plays anything that's 2 or less, obviously I'll just slam this.
Yep,
Yep.
there we go.
Perfect. Value. Yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
We control the board as a result. But yeah, he's checking out all your cards, which means he's really not so familiar.
Yeah.
This is the kind of target that you want to come across when you're starting out, someone on the same kind of level.
Castingo. Yes.
Alright, so we do have the execute combination here if you want to keep everything alive.
Combo.
So you can use the inner rage
On that.
to do 1 damage and then execute him. That way everything of yours stays alive.
Yep. Should I
Uh,
make my raid leader bigger, or...
yeah, I reckon keep him strong, so I go rampage. No, rampage.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
On him.
Cards.
And yeah, it's up to you as to whether you want to do the cleric or the shield from here. Cleric will give you an extra point of damage and keep him alive again.
Doesn't change
So-
my clock though, so I may as well just this guy.
You know, I reckon because you want to keep the cards in your hand. Because you're starting to run out of cards, whereas he's not. Go the armor.
Okay.
We still got to be careful of a polymorph at any point here.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's not likely to polymorph the one on the left. It's going to be your raid leader.
Yeah, because it has actual effect. An ongoing effect. Oh, you can kind of click away from the game because the sound stops. 6 damage to my raid leader, there it is.
Alright,
Secrets.
so we've got the secret out. Problem is, we've got no idea what that's going to be. First thing I would do is use your minion against him to see if it pops anything.
Nope.
Nope, so it's not a damaging one.
What?
Next thing it could be is if you play a certain card. So I reckon get the Tauren Warrior out and see if now something happens.
It cost him 3 mana if that means if that helps at all.
Does actually, if I was counting cards. So it's not when you play a minion. I would go for the Cleric onto your, onto the Tauren Warrior.
Sunwell.
Maybe to keep him alive for the Enrage, and then the Armor. We're using the Armor because we want to keep cards in our hands. Armor we can use over and over and over,
Yep.
whereas cards, once you're out, you're out.
You're out. So what else? So if it's not something that does it when I attack him, it's not something that does it when I summon a creature. What else could it be? Is it? Isn't there one that if he's going to die, something happens?
Yep. So you got the Ice Block, which when he goes, when he takes a lethal hit, keeps him alive. You've also got anti-spell ones, so stopping things like Execute, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so it just doesn't affect creatures.
So 3, 6, 9 points of there's the polymorph.
3, 6, 7 points of damage. Ooh.
Plus 4, that should be a kill unless... I'm just trying to think of which is going to be the better way. I can just go for it, drop the Elite,
Hashtag YOLO.
everything to his face,
Forward.
and then you're going to armor.
There it is.
There it is.
Immune this turn. So I probably should have
Use
attacked
the
with the
1/1.
sheep last.
Already
Yeah.
attacked.
That's cool. We're learning. We're learning. I mean, there's not much difference with this board unless he can wipe the board. There's not much difference between 4 life and 1 life, I guess.
There is a card called Reno Jackson that's very popular at the
Is it
moment.
the gain a life if you don't control something? I remember seeing that one in.
Yeah, it's pretty close. If you don't have any duplicates in your deck, when you play it, it restores you back to 30 health.
Okay, well he's played 2 of these, so he has 2 of those, so that wouldn't work. Oh no, he's killing my stuff.
Almost.
Reno.
So you still can do 2 plus your Stormwind, so that should be enough to still kill him. Oh, no, never mind.
It could. No. Damn it.
Alright, you want to play that card and get your armor.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
At least at this point, you're going to be able to survive for a while. Just got to get the right card to be able to actually hurt him.
Yeah.
But that does show you why the Ice Block spell is so important. When you did have him a second ago for the kill, now you're still waiting turns just to get there.
I guess, yeah, knowing if this was serious, you'd know, you'd be counting the cards and working out which spell he had and playing better. Deals damage.
You're probably going to want to use your champion, and then use your armor. And that's going to give you the option of a better combo next turn, just in case.
Job's done.
I mean, that guy's still going to die.
And get an armor out of it though. Hopefully.
But once again, you can see your health. You're up to 35 health,
Yeah.
effectively. Which is why the armor mechanic is so important in the fact that it can go above 30.
Yeah, for sure. What's going on here? Hey, Dead OG, this is my buddy Diem. He's teaching me how to not be crap at Hearthstone today. And I am not doing very good.
Time for a little blood.
So close to the win. We did have it except for that one secret, so just need the right card now. So we can use the Execute to kill that guy, giving you a bit of control of the board. Use your Taunt, keeps you alive, keeps him from doing whatever he wants to. Armor, up to what, 39 now, so...
Yeah, 39, it's not bad, it's not bad. Just gotta push through that last little...
Just need one hit.
Yep.
Oh. So that's a good tactic. He's hurting himself to get the extra damage, and then he can clear your...
And he's just throwing 3 health. Uh-oh.
That's not such a big deal. 3 health. Play your card, get your armor. We're at a stalemate at this point.
Yeah.
How many cards do we have left in both decks?
I've got 14, he's got 10. Does he lose if he runs out of cards?
Yeah, and that's possibly what we could be going for, is just surviving while he wastes cards.
Okay.
Also, in the top right, you can make things appear. You've got a boot there at the moment.
Yeah, I did that.
Different combos will get you different stuff.
Dead Orgy, I know how to play, I don't know how to play well, because it's just so very different to Magic. Like, I know, you know, how to cast spells and do stuff, but I'm just getting better, basically. Adding more games to my repertoire of being awesome.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Just playing cards as they come now.
Yeah.
It really is just surviving. That should be 2 damage to him. That's going to take him down to 2, but you're going to need something with a charge to actually get past this.
Get it. Which I do have a couple, I think, don't I? But he's going, yeah.
We're running low on them after what we...
I'm on 44, so it's 9. Yeah, no, he's got me dead before I ran cards. Dead Orgy just got my last legendary card back last month. Just grinded it out. Oh, you started playing Eternal. Isn't it just awesome? Isn't it just Eternal's great. How you going in Eternal, dude?
Job's done.
Now we wait for an answer.
Yeah, he's just trying to control the deck so that you can't do any damage.
Which he has to do. 'Cause... Kill that? No. Don't do that. No.
Just take the armor. Let's keep going.
He's got 5 cards and 9 damage. I think he just beats me.
At this point, he's probably going to be able to...
Do I have... I don't know what I have. I could obviously kill this if I get that.
Well, you can kill it, but you're not getting past anything, so you might as well kill it. We need to stop the damage. Take the armor. If you didn't have the taunt, once again, that would have been a victory.
Been lethal, yep. Undefeated 2 drafts twice thanks to Magic. Yeah, you just use Magic fundamentals for Eternal, and Red Green Warcry. Yeah, that's the best deck that I've played, so that's what I do. This obviously causes problems because if I draw a weapon, I can't use it, can I?
If you're frozen, that's correct.
Yeah.
And there's no way of getting past this. So how many cards is he down to? 5?
4,
4.
10. So he's got me in.
I reckon he's got you.
Because I don't have any more charge guys, do I?
No, play that. He has to kill it, which is a good start. No, don't play that.
Just look at my options, just, you know. Yeah, so he has to kill this, so he'll kill this with his, probably his 3-2.
Yep.
Then hit me for 4, 7, 10, 11. He's like, I think he's 1 card away from... He's going to beat me with 1 card in his deck. Should have taken the damage for 2 more turn in case you draw a spell to kill the taunt guy, then charge for lethal. Uh-oh.
Three, 6. Hopefully we can do this on the 2 stronger ones.
Super lucky.
Or you can use...
4, 7, 10, 11. If he has 2 damage, I'm dead. He's got 3 cards left.
Yeah, he's got enough to survive you.
I don't have any board sweeps, do I? Oh,
Especially
just
with
it.
that. Oh, that's game.
So close.
Well, didn't get any wins tonight, but that game in particular, very close. Unlocked a few good cards.
Some cards. I'll probably get another level off this one. Yeah,
Just
9. Does the experience you get depend on how many cards you play or something?
might need to double check that one. I know winning and losing does impact things.
Yeah, because you still get a bit when you lose, but obviously not as
It could
much.
also be how long the game is as well. But I think that's a good point to start on. Like, a couple of cards, got the legendary, you know, starting to build the decks, get a bit higher.
Mhm.
And literally that last game, like 2, 3 different occasions, one card off the win.
Yeah. Oh, happens sometimes. Alright, cool. Are we going to call it there?
Yep, sounds perfect.
Cool. Alright, sounds good. Well, we're planning to do this every Wednesday as far as we feel like it, I guess.
Yep, as long as other commitments don't get in the way.
Oh, of course.
Should be on Wednesday nights around about 9, 9:30, hopefully.
Cool.
So tune in, keep an eye on everything. Hit us up on Facebook and that, and yeah, hopefully see you next week.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and have a good one.
Good night.